So hi everyone, welcome. We are zooming in on the Port Washington Public Library staff. We're going to be talking to some of our staff members and find out what they have been looking at, listening to, and doing during our time being spent away from the library and hopefully not away from all of you. So I'm going to go now to media's own Mr. Jonathan Gilderoy.
Hey!
Hey!
Big applause there.
I have been reading a novel, and this is very unusual. I don't think I've read a novel in 10 or 20 years because I'm always looking at film books and books about music and things like that, and books about dinosaurs. So this is written by Lori Carson, who is a singer and songwriter who I love, who writes beautiful, sad music. And I saw that she had written a novel and thought, I bet she has written a novel that is as beautiful and sad as her music. So I am almost all the way done, and I'm enjoying it. The premise of the book is that a singer and songwriter has an abortion in the year 1982. And then she sort of imagines how her life goes from that point. How her music career goes, how her relationships go, etc. Simultaneously, she imagines what would happen if I had not had that abortion. What would happen if I had been pregnant, if I had been a pregnant waitress trying to be a singer-songwriter, if I had had a baby, if the father of my child did not support me and the child, and I had to do other things to keep going. So there's sort of two simultaneous tracks going throughout the book. One with a child, one without a child. You see the child go through the various stages that children go through. You see her various regrets. You see her successes. You see her go through the classic sad things that mothers have to go through when their child won't let them kiss you goodnight anymore, when they start having sexual interests that they don't want to talk about to you anymore. So there's these two paths, and I guess I'm going to see where this ends up. For anyone who might be at home watching this, I checked to see if this is on Hoopla, and it's not. However, if you're interested, you can see about getting this book. However, Lori's wonderful albums are available on Hoopla, most of them, and here they are. Here is Songs at the Point, which is from a songwriting workshop that she conducted. Here is one of her first ones, Where It Goes. Here is Stolen Beauty. Here is The Finest Thing. I think the first one I came across is Shelter, and they're just heartbreaking, I tell you, in such a beautiful way. Stars, House in the Weeds, Another Year, and Everything I Touch Runs Wild. She hasn't put out anything in a number of years, so I just hope she's enjoying herself. And I just got to a part in the book where the character says, after performing, that's it, I'm done, I'm out. And I hope the same hasn't happened for her. I hope we'll hear her again. That's what I've been up to.
So Jonathan, is she of age where she would have been around in 1982 and cognizant of this, or was she a youngin'?
She would have been the young woman that she was before she, she sort of started, I think, around 1990, so it's about right.
Wow.
And I hope that it's not true that she had an abortion and is now thinking about all the things that she lost because of that. I don't know.
Sure. Well, thank you. That sounds like a really lovely piece and some great music.
Yeah.
Janet, anything that you've been up to that you want to share?
I cannot concentrate on anything. I have what Jonathan calls monkey mind, where I pick something up and I put it down and I walk around the house and I feed the cats and I go outside and I come back in, and I think it's just a function of the situation in which we find ourselves. But the thing that is helping me is I am reading, can you see? I'm reading issue after issue of The New Yorker online through the library website through RB Digital. So go to pwpl.org, downloads, RB Digital, hundreds of magazines, wonderful. and you can pick it up and put it down and go outside and feed the cats, and it works. And that's what I've been doing.
That's brilliant. Okay, well, that is great. All right, well, thank you guys, and we're going to move over to Jeff Say. So,
Yes. Go
Jeff,
ahead.
welcome.
Thank you. I'm not nearly as well prepared with props and library pitches. And is this the dress rehearsal?
Life's a dress rehearsal.
Full dress rehearsal.
Full dress rehearsal.
Well, the first idea of in terms of something that I wanted to share is a Spotify playlist that I made. So I'm not sure exactly how to, share that with everybody at this point, but it has a title. It's called Pandemic 2020 Playlist. I guess we can figure out some way to post that.
Well, what we're going to do is we can share that certainly in the description of the when this goes up on YouTube. We will share that in the YouTube description. So anybody watching,
great.
Look down in the description.
Okay, cool. I'll just mention, I'm not going to go through the whole list because that would be silly. But the first song I picked, and I've done on like Jimmy Fallon and stuff like that, but it just felt just spot on, is Stuck in the Middle with You, the Steelers Wheel tune featured in Reservoir Dogs, and that I think kind of made it famous. But I will point out Jerry Rafferty, one of the duo, I think, of that band, had a terrific album that I think is underappreciated called City to City, I believe. Terrific album, highly recommend it. Also, the playlist itself, it's kind of all over the place. It was more so wanting to capture a little bit of what's going on. So Should I Stay or Should I Go Now? I Want to Hold Your Hand. Staying Alive are pretty obvious choices. I made sure to mix in some stuff that lifts you up in this crazy time, such as like Three Little Birds. I have Sloop John B on there. Of course, It's the End of the World as We Know It is on there as well. I Want to Be Sedated. So you get the idea. But I tried to finish, upbeat. All Things Must Pass is towards the end there, and I won't share the rest, so you get curious and go check it out. So aside from spending a little too much time making a playlist, I've been watching The Good Place. I don't know if anybody else has watched that, and I'm pretty sure we're in the bad place. I'm between seasons 2 and 3 right now, so anyway, really enjoy it. It's really clever, very well written. One other quick thing I'm going to add too is I've been watching John Krasinski, who starred in The Office and various other things. He's got a YouTube show he started called Some Good News. And you just search SGN on YouTube and John Krasinski. They're great. He's only done about 4 episodes so far, but his whole purpose was to go out there and find some actual good news, people that are doing kind things for each other, things like that. The most recent one he did was he created prom for all those kids out there who they had no prom, and so he added music. I think he had Billie Eilish perform live for the kids, and it was really cool. So if you're looking for a distraction that's again, they're short, they're maybe 15-20 minutes and lots of fun, I definitely recommend those. So otherwise, I'm a little bit like you, Janet. I can't concentrate. I can't seem to read a book or much else because there's tends to be something to do or something else going on. So, but it's good to be getting outside. I will say that. Yeah.
Excellent.
That's it. That's all I got.
Well, I think I just want to throw in that one thing that we've been joking should be on every playlist is the Beatles song Her Majesty, which is 23 seconds, because it's perfect for washing your hands. So if you add that to any play, that could be the hand washing segment of your program. So thank you, Jeff. Great playlist there. And I will move over to our Richard Hausdorff over by the San Francisco Bridge there. Is that the San Francisco Bridge?
Peace and love, everybody. Well, being of the Luddite variety when it comes to technology, I have no Netflix, I have no HBO, I have no premium cable, so I can't comment on anything that anyone is watching. I'm sure it all sounds wonderful, but I've not been doing any of that. I made a little list. I call it Killing Time in COVID-19 City. Little apologies to Hot Tuna. What my wife had been doing, my wife actually has been working from home, so I'm trying to stay out of her hair. But when we get together, what we've been doing is watching way too much CNN, trying to keep up to date, enjoying Andrew Cuomo's diatribes every day. But when he goes after Trump, it's great. Watching Friends, we have the entire series. We've watched it like 12 times, so we're watching it again because what the hell? You forget your troubles. Took out a whole bunch of DVDs from the library, mostly horror, Jonathan, because I had to catch up on Vincent Price and all kinds of stuff. All done, finished.
Oh.
Yeah. You find out when you're home and you're like kind of in a rhythm. You get up, you have breakfast, then your wife goes to work, and it's like, what do I do? And it's like, oh, the house needs cleaning. So I've actually done some house cleaning to breathe again because you're only thinking about germs all the time now. Can't go to my gym since they've closed all the gyms, but we purchased a stationary bike that was gathering dust. So once I dusted it off, I started using it. So a little exercise there. I'm the one shopping, going out for food. Someone's got to do it. So that's me. But I am trying to read books because, again, you lose yourself and it's like the real world doesn't exist for a while. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can hold this up. Probably my video screen is
disappearing in the bridge a little bit, but we'll.
Yeah, exactly. Let me just see something. Hang on a second.
You may just want to just let us know There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Let's see if this works.
Okay.
So this is the volume 1 of the complete Raymond Chandler.
Oh,
I thought it had something to do with Friends, Richard, because you said you've been watching Friends all the time. So I saw Chandler. I'm kidding. Anyway.
Very good, boy. Very good.
Thank you.
No, this is Raymond Chandler, not Raymond Chandler Bing. Excellent stuff. Film noir, 1940s. Read it when I was a kid and got the 2-volume set as a gift years ago and haven't looked at it since. But wonderful stuff. Hard-boiled, very politically incorrect when you look at it, but detail-oriented and just fun to read. So that's currently what I'm reading. And trying to stay sane in a world that has gone insane. That's pretty much about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I mean, I can mention, and we can definitely say that most of the Raymond Chandler books are definitely available on Hoopla. So if you want to go and enjoy some of the Raymond Chandler works, I'm sure that are in the book that Richard's reading, you can get to them on Hoopla.
I would think check Overdrive also.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Overdrive
probably
does. Yeah.
I actually, just as a little coda, I tried looking for Stephen King's The Stand. It seemed appropriate at this time. And I wanted to try, I haven't used Overdrive, but I thought, it's free and I might as well try reading online. So I put a reserve in for it, and I'm still waiting to be notified that a copy is available for me because apparently it's very popular. 800 pages to be something to pass the time and be somewhat relevant, but I'm still waiting to hear when my turn comes up. So looking forward to that.
The good thing right now is that Hoopla has eliminated all waits, from what I understand.
Oh, right.
So, yeah. So if you are trying to look something up and it is on Hoopla, you can definitely get it without any reservations involved or anything like that or any wait. I myself am still reading a lot of music-related biographies because that's my thing. One book that I talked about when we did a book talk a while ago, but it wasn't saved or put up, is I've started reading the series by an author named Becky Chambers, a female author who's writing these sort of science fiction things that are a cross between Terry Pratchett, Neil Gaiman, and Douglas Adams. And also a little bit of Gene Roddenberry thrown in there. And the first book in the series is called A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. And I appreciate the fact that she's writing. It's great to see science fiction written from a female perspective. She's bringing in like a ton of just great characters, and it's also the lead, mainly because the lead character is a woman. The lead character is a female traveler and is working on board this ship, and it just becomes this sort of, and obviously going forward into the future volumes, it's an ensemble piece. It's really just all about this tight-knit crew that start out as a bunch of loners, and they're now starting to bond together. And by the end of the first book, I was full in. So there are 2 more books. They are all available both as ebooks and as audio in Hoopla. so you can get to
So,
the in there.
Two
So
more books, 2 more weeks, and then maybe this is over.
maybe we shall see.
That'd
Yeah.
be nice.
It would be very nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
we are
Jeff is shaking his head. Jeff is not optimistic at all.
well, we're hoping to see everyone in real life and in person
Yeah.
sometime soon.
It's just,
Yeah.
you know what it is? Every time I go on vacation, and maybe it's only for 5 days or a week. I go to California to see my brother, or we go on vacation, and you come back. I don't know if it happens to you, but you come back and it's like you're in a foreign country for like just a few minutes.
Yeah.
It feels so different. It's like you've
Yeah.
only been gone a few days, but it looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're traveling to a different part of the world now.
But
So,
you know what? By lunchtime of that first day, you're like, okay.
yeah, yeah,
It's back.
yeah, exactly.
Frighteningly enough.
Yeah.
So that's it from us, from some of our staff members here at the Port Washington Library. This is what we've been up to, reading, listening to, etc. Please visit the Port Washington Public Library website, go to our events page, see all the cool digital events that are happening, and keep visiting the YouTube page. There's going to be a lot of stuff going up. We hope to see you all soon. Everybody stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay sane. We'll see you soon.